It's Goosebumps time! It's Goosebumps time.
Und wenn das Herz auch bricht, ich sah dich ja im Traume und sah die Nacht in deines Herzens.
It's about time, fellas. Have a seat.
Und sah die Schlange, die dir am Herz.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Drinking with Goosebumps extravaganza. With me, as always, we have Jason William and Maxwell, and obviously everyone's favorite Ned.
Not your mother's favorite.
Yeah, but that's only because she tried to drown me that one time.
Today we are discussing Goosebumps number 20, The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. The tagline, of course, being, "It's a field of screams." That's pretty good.
It's okay.
Max, you want to read the back to that?
Jody loves visiting her grandparents' farm. Okay, so it's not the most exciting place in the world. Still, Grandpa tells great scary stories, and Grandma's chocolate chip pancakes are the best. But this summer, the farm has really changed. The cornfields are sparse. Grandma and Grandpa seem worn out, and the single scarecrow has been replaced by 12 evil-looking ones. Oh, yeah.
How big are those fields?
I don't know. 10 by
Doesn't say
10?
the acreage?
No.
Oh.
Then one night, Jody sees something really odd. The scarecrows seem to be moving, twitching on their stakes, coming alive.
Scary.
Well, I'm getting kind of parched, you guys, so why don't we go over to Max's girlfriend, Amy, and find out what this week's shot is. Amy?
Hey guys, today's shot is a roll in the hay, apple cider, and whiskey. Cheers, guys. Oh yeah, that's not bad.
Well, that's...
You want some of this Jaka?
No.
Hear ye, hear ye!
Intro shot.
Yay!
It's not bad.
Well, the 20th entry of the Goosebumps saga opens with our protagonist, Jody, and her brother Mark going to stay with a relative, which is one of our drinking rules.
Pour 'em up!
So let me just go ahead and pour that.
Can you be not awful on this one? Perfect.
We're not gonna have any left, you just keep dumping it on the ground.
It's like Michael J. Fox pouring my drink right now.
Let me get that. I'll be back in 2 shakes.
To staying with a relative.
So they go out to their grandparents' farm they do this every year
For a month.
for a month at a time.
We stay with Grandma Miriam and Grandpa Kurt.
Kurt.
Kurt?
K, with
Kurt.
a K. K-U-R-T.
Kurt.
With a K.
I feel like that's what I said.
With a K. You said it with a C.
The very first chapter, they're at a train station getting picked up by Grandma Miriam and Grandpa Kirk's like farm helper.
Slave.
Yes.
Stanley.
Essentially.
Stanley, yes.
What you doing?
Oh, hi Stanley.
Stanley is about 40 to 45, according to Jody. And then Stanley goes, "You look nice, Jody," Stanley said, his cheeks turning as red as his ears. "How old are you now?" And I was just like, this is really creepy.
I thought it was fine.
Really?
No.
So the farm helper Stanley picks him up.
Yep.
Oh man,
Takes him to the farm.
I got an itch
Okay.
for a fucking random shot, boys.
I'll pour this one, Jason.
Please do.
Oh god. Throw it up.
Now, Max,
Throw it down.
I did see Ned throw his shot over his shoulder.
Cherry's my favorite.
Stanley is a very awkward farmhand. He's not all together upstairs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, yet.
What?
No, he's not all together the entire time.
Not yet.
No,
Already.
he comes back around.
He never comes back around.
Did you read the book?
I'm fairly certain I read the
All right,
Spark
well,
Notes.
let's just continue, and I'll point out
All right.
where I know he comes back around later.
He doesn't.
Hey, Grandpa, how about a story? Yeah, I've been waiting all year to hear one of Grandpa Kurt's stories.
There's a few hallmarks Jody always remembers about going to her grandparents. Getting Grandma Miriam's chocolate chip pancakes.
Yep.
And listening to Grandpa Kurt's scary
Like
stories.
really scary stories.
Yep.
They're frightening.
They go downstairs the next morning, so excited for chocolate chip pancakes.
Guess what's not at breakfast?
Motherfucking chocolate chip pancakes.
Yep.
Guess what's at breakfast?
Cornflakes.
Yep.
Cornflakes? What about your famous pancakes?
So the first night they're there, they go to bed. She looks out the window. She sees some scarecrows jerking around.
In the field,
yeah,
moving.
like doing the robot dance.
They're
because
trying
she's-
to get off their poles.
Should we go tell Grandma and Grandpa?
They
They're like,
run downstairs,
well,
doors closed.
Their door's closed. Let's not wake them
Yeah,
up.
let's
We'll
let them
wait
be.
till morning.
It could be the wind.
But they could be alive.
Awesome.
But we'll wait.
Can we talk about the superstition book though? All right. So Stanley has this book. It's a superstition book. Superstition book. It tells him what to do and how to do it. It tells him what's good luck and what's bad luck. And all of a sudden, it tells
That's
him
information.
It's kind of like a farmer's almanac written by Satan. I mean, honestly. It kind of is. He's like, yeah, you don't want to go fishing until you circle the barn 3 times.
That was fucking ridiculous.
I remember that.
Yeah,
Because you gotta circle that shit 4 times, first off, if you want to have good luck fishing.
that is true.
A scarecrow walks at midnight.
Stanley, are you confused again?
Apparently, Stanley, the farmhand, made these scarecrows, and he says, the book says the scarecrows walk at midnight. And they're like, what book?
The book
Yeah.
didn't tell him how to make them, though.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, they said it did.
Yeah.
Ned, read the fucking book about the book.
And then when they're out fishing, a scarecrow allegedly attacks Jody. Well, Jody thinks it is the handiwork of Styx, who is the son of Stanley.
Yes.
They're not alive.
Styx got his name because he's skinny.
Tall and skinny.
Yep.
Very stick-like.
Very slender.
He's like a praying mantis.
Yeah. Very Birdman-like.
Very stick-like.
Crickets. Yeah. So he's basically like a stick. Thus the name Styx.
One morning, Jody and Mark wake up, and Grandma's like, oh, well, guess what? There's some horses you can go ride. So Mark and Jody go get on the horses and go riding around when a scarecrow pops out in front of Jody's horse. And she rears back, gets thrown off the horse. And they're like, oh man, these scarecrows are alive.
Right, but-
Or is Styx playing tricks on us?
Exactly. They think Styx is messing with them.
And Jody goes, enough of this. Mark, we're dressing you up as a scarecrow. I'm going to lure out Styx, and we're going to scare him and
we're-
get him back.
Even Steven.
Now, don't just jump out at him. Play with him for a bit first. You know, like rustle your stalks, stuff like that.
All of a sudden, she thinks she sees a scarecrow walking. She runs to Stick's door, trying to chant help or whatever, call for help.
When a bunch of scarecrows start walking out of the cornfield
Hold on.
toward their house.
What is a bunch of scarecrows called? A straw of scarecrows?
Mark runs up, And he's like, oh, the scarecrows, they're freaking out because the scarecrows are alive. And all of a sudden we've got Grandpa, Grandma, Stanley,
Everybody's
Stick.
there.
Everyone is crowded on this porch.
Stanley freaks out. He's like, oh my god, I need to call them to life. I need to call them to life.
So I can
I
take
need to control them.
of the scarecrows.
Yes.
And you're like, oh. So Stanley built these scarecrows and did some curse from his superstition book.
Right.
And that he had control over them. And Grandpa and Grandma quickly reveal that Stanley said, don't laugh at me anymore, or I'm going to make these scarecrows attack
He
you.
did it once before.
A couple months ago, my dad, he found this book full of spells. He thought it'd be cool if the scarecrows were alive so they could really keep the birds off the crops. That way, he wouldn't have to work so hard.
Everybody thinks they're effed right now. At this
Exactly.
point, right?
Jody looks up, like barely gets a breath of fresh air, looks up, realizes Styx is nowhere to be seen.
And there's two balls of light coming towards them.
Yep.
What could it be?
Sticks with two torches starts lighting those mofos up.
They might as well have been lightsabers because it was that badass. Because he
Yeah,
comes in,
it was
he's
tough.
doing spin moves and cartwheels, and he's lighting every
He's
single...
Darth Maul in that shit.
Yes.
We're saved. Everything is good. Go to the next day. Oh, it's so great. Everyone is just happy.
Hunky-dory.
No more of these stupid scarecrows.
It sure is nice. Everything's back to normal around here.
Hey, Stanley, you gonna read any more of this book? He's like, not that chapter.
He's reading his book again because for some reason they did not take it away from him. And all of a sudden, this stuffed, like, taxidermy brown bear comes to life. She's like, Stanley, what chapter are you reading?
Stanley, what are you reading?
End of
Dark
book.
ending. Dark
Boom.
ending. And it's like after all of that, why didn't they fire him? Why is he working there the next
First of
day?
all, why didn't they call the police?
Dark ending.
Dark ending.
End this.
Soon you get to wake up for breakfast. And you know what that means.
Chocolate motherfucking pancakes.
Chip pancakes.
Oh yeah.
Come on, let's sleep in our separate beds.
Whoa. Is it midnight? Because I see scarecrows walking.
No, it's like 10:30. Oh, let's just go in the cornfield where it's not scary.
Oh, Australian scarecrow. You hear that?
Didgeridoo?
Yeah.
More like didgeridoo. Get the fuck out of there.
There you go.
All right, so that was the episode. I still think Stanley's a pervert.
Wouldn't do anything to hurt us, huh?
Come on, we better get you back to the house. Leave the bikes. I'll get them later.
I did enjoy how they did the combine ending more than the torches, where they ran over the scarecrow. Kind of exciting. But let's talk about rating the book. Ned, what do you rate The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight?
I rate The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. The 6.82. I rated it a 6.82.
You're slower than Stanley.
Jason.
Jason.
What do you rate?
Jason.
3 out of 10.
What do you rate?
What?
The Scarecrow Walks
3
at
out of
Midnight.
10.
Why? Why do you rate it that?
Oh, it's a scarecrow on the cover. And then every chapter is like, is it a scarecrow attacking me? No, it's not a scarecrow, until it eventually is scarecrows. And it was just very boring.
You know what? Forget you. Max, what do you rate this thing at?
It's a tough call, but
Who the hell is this bargain basement Bob? You mother think you can replace me?
It's Max.
Nobody replaces me!
That's Max.
I'm gonna kill you trying to
Stop
take
him.
my bro! This not even a smoking jacket! I hate you! God! Get off the set! Get off the set! Get off the set! So I give the book a 6. I enjoyed this one a little bit more than I thought I would. It was really slow to begin with. The episode, they really made it, like, Stan's like, I don't like that. I don't like that. You know, it's like, well, clearly this guy's the problem. But in the book, it was kind of very subtle, and, you know, they just, I just like that. It's like, God, who is doing this? I mean, it's probably Stanley, but,
Somebody could wear it, you know. Oh, thanks. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Parkinson's.
What's the next book, buddy?
Go eat worms.
Go eat worms. What's the tagline on the cover there, huh?
Homework was never this gross before.
Homework was never this gross before. Creepy. Well, join us next time, and remember, reader beware.
Any reason why?
Cause this. Ready? Catch. Oh, dude.
I got it.